Roadman Saf, aka Saf Malik.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Luke Phelps.
What's going on, everybody? This is Patrick.
What's up? It's me, Alfie.
Hey, I'm Ezra Jordan, and you're listening to The Cool Table.
Patrick, you're now listening to The Cool Table.
You are listening to The Cool Table.
And I'm not sure if you know this, but right now, you're in the cut with my man, Adriel Smiley.
All right, you already know what it is. We're back in the cut. The boy Jay.
Yep.
Now, like I said a million times, Drake slander will not be tolerated. But I'm going to read you some of your tweets. And these tweets are not necessarily slander. We'll call it constructive criticism.
That's exactly what it is.
Drake's flaw is that there's no consciousness in his work, no thought-provoking content, no creative concepts. There's a lack in awareness in his music.
Yes, I did say that. Definitely wasn't a slander. It was just me. Of course, I'm an artist, so I listen to music two ways. I listen for the lyrics, and I also listen for the enjoyment. Definitely, I would say I'm a Drake supporter in terms of what he's been putting out and what he's done for the city. I just wasn't really feeling this album. It felt like it felt rushed, but at the same time, it's just not cohesive. It's like a compilation album of Drake, which is cool, but like I feel like to be considered one of the greatest, which I think he's getting there. I feel like you need to be more conceptual and have more themes, have more. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like I feel like his music, what he's been talking about has been redundant. Like we get it. Like you started from the bottom.
Yeah.
Girls ain't the best. You know what I mean? Like we kind of get that. I just want to see more of how his mind is creatively.
And it's funny because one of my boys, like, he's a huge Drake fan too, and he's just like, he kept saying, he's like, I'm not impressed. He's like, I like a lot of songs, but I don't feel impressed. And the conceptual thing is kind of what you're saying. And I said, it seems like he threw the whole like conceptual thing out the window. You know, It's like Views, you could tell that was like for the city, giving you the Toronto vibes.
Right.
More Life was just like interesting playlist that brought you all the different places.
Exactly.
And it seems like Scorpion, he really threw that out the window. He's like, I don't even care about theme, nothing. Like, I'm just gonna make tracks.
It just seemed like someone told me, I don't know if it's true, but they were saying that was his last album for that label.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just gotta just put it out, which is definitely respectable if he wants to go the route where he can control more of his work, which I assume that he does. It's just that like I always believe as an artist you should want to leave music that's going to stay forever. And I feel like with his music it's very big and it's explosive, and then like you never hear from it again, and then you'll drop another one. It's like I feel like he's always appeasing people rather than catering to his core audience.
I feel like this album, Scorpion's probably the happy medium in between those for the first time, but that's so much what it seems like.
Exactly.
And there's two things that I actually like about the album is that he's rapping way more, which is like, you know, we just need Drake to rap more. He's a rapper at the end of the day, so
exactly
that's his job title. He should rap more.
Definitely like when I was listening to it, I listened to it about 4 times. Probably even more. I like the rapping stuff, but the singing stuff wasn't for me, and that's not really like I like R&B, but that's not the kind of R&B that I like. But the rapping was definitely on point.
And you know, the R&B is where I know Drake is lazy, and I've always said this. Drake is an artist who can literally say anything.
Yeah.
If he went on a song and just read what he had for breakfast, it would go top 10. And it's like, and he behaves as if he knows that sometimes.
That's exactly
when
what
you hear his music, it's like you're not even like, you're just saying whatever, and you know everyone's gonna mess with it no matter what you say.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like. It's you get placed in a slump. Like I think he's been like winning so many back-to-back in terms of still being the number 1 artist for over 10 years. I feel like that creates a complacency with his music. I feel like he needs to get a sense of failure, not that I'm wishing it upon him, so he gets that hunger again from starting literally from the bottom and working your way back.
Me and brother were saying that hunger that brought you songs like 5 a.m. in Toronto, Jeans Money Can Buy, it's like that hunger it doesn't exist anymore.
Exactly.
So
Aston Martin music, you know what I'm saying? Like,
man,
it's like I get it. Artist Jay-Z was saying people want their own. If you want his old stuff, buy his old albums.
Yeah,
understandable, but I still feel you should still cater a bit.
Yeah,
like who you are at the core should still be in those albums.
And you should have some of that in you, because that's kind of what made you.
Exactly.
So
exactly. You don't want to turn away from that.
So that's what happens when an artist changes and people say, oh, they're fake, they're not the same.
Exactly.
And it's like, that's part of you that made you know, 8-10 years ago should still exist in you somewhat. You're a human.
Exactly.
So it should still be there. Another tweet from you. His albums are like Wal-Mart. Shout out to Wal-Mart. You get everything you need in there, but it's all over the place. Great artists transcend the trends of time, and I haven't gotten that vibe for him yet. I'm sure he'll find his way.
Yeah, like I mean, I feel like the analogy was on point. Like Walmart, well, exactly. Shout out to Walmart.
Yeah.
You go in there, you can just get literally what you want, and that's what I feel like his albums are like. It's like you go, you listen to it. I feel like he caters to everyone, even like the younger audiences, the old people with some, not old, but like the older people where he slips some gems in his little raps. It's like, okay, he's kind of knowing what's going on, but it's just all over the place. I feel like it's because of the lack of cohesion. There's no, his projects aren't cohesive. So it's just like, okay, you hear one dope song and it's just like I'm upset. I don't like that song. It just seems like he's just not trying. It's just a lazy effort.
The worst part that I'll say with Drake is that like, because rap has changed so much, even when he was like starting out, this was the case, but now that he's like where he is now, him not trying still somehow is like just as good or better as a lot of these guys who aren't even trying to rap in the first place.
True.
Which makes it worse. If we were in a different climate and there was like 8 J. Coles and 8 Kendricks, you know, it would be a whole different thing. But it's when it's like the guys at the top of the charts with him are the 2 Chainz and the Migos. It's like him not even trying still sounds like a talented rapper. So
exactly. No, that's very true still. I didn't even look at it like that. Like I feel like he's just trying to still be in that Migos 2 Chainz space, but then still secretly wants that core fan base who had, well, I think it was Comeback Season and So Far Gone. No, it makes sense still. But it's when you're that big, it's like the majority of the whole audiences, they don't want that So Far Gone Drake. They just want the Drake that like is making the same sounds that we're hearing all the time.
But you know what? This is like the last thing we're gonna say before we get into the bars, get real busy. But I think I'm waiting for Drake to have an album that's like cohesive, like you said, but decisive in one direction.
Exactly.
Because what he has with a lot of his albums is people who like it will like it, people who don't like it will not like it, and then he has like this huge like 75% of the masses kind of likes it. And it's like having everyone kind of like it is enough for Drake. It will still have him break all these records and he'll get the job done. But I want him to have, you know, a record that this side loves it, this side hates it, and then the side that loves it can just love it to death, and then the side that hates it, you know, don't listen to it.
And they might even change their mind down the road because it's still good music.
Yeah, you know? But he has a lot of albums that it's like everyone kind of likes it. So done with that. But we're gonna get into the bars now. The man Jae is a very, very talented spitter. Now I seen you perform live, and you know, first thing I said, maybe you were a minute in, I was like, he's not missing a single beat. And that's something I really look for in a spitter. And I've seen that with a few artists I've seen live now. Jay-Z was like that.
True.
Dave was like that. Wiz is kind of like that. Logic is like that sometimes. But it's rare to see an artist who doesn't miss a single beat. So excited to see what we're going on. This is the first in the cut freestyle.
Pop the cherry.